some of the successful immigration cases that our partners here on the program have helped or have worked on dito po sa ating American Dream segment.
This American Dream segment is brought to you by Aquino & Lowe Law Firm, answering your immigration questions.
Attorney Allison Aquino, Attorney Richard Lowe joining us today for a full show. We've talked to some of their clients earlier. It seems to me that you work on all the aspects of immigration, and that is advantageous?
Yes, I think one of the things that we do, and we're both board-certified experts in immigration law, but we happen to have sort of specializations in more particular things as well, and that gives us the ability to do all kinds of things. So rather than just focusing on removal or focusing on employment or focusing on family, we do all of that together. And so when a problem presents itself, we can choose different ways to go that maybe is different than what other firms would say because they don't see the whole picture.
And that is thinking outside the box. I know you mentioned that earlier, Allison. It's important that your lawyer, your immigration lawyer, can help you think outside the box for different relief available to you.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. As Richard was pointing out, within our office anyways, I handle mostly the employment-based cases. Richard handles mostly the family-based cases. There's a lot of intermixing, however, and we have the ability to use each other and our own little specialty within a specialty.
Like in the case of Lenny's wife earlier, whom we talked to, who was in removal proceedings, they went to two other lawyers who basically told them nothing but just appeal and appeal, basically just extending and delaying the removal. But you were able to get down to business and go trace the root of the problem, had her case reopened, and now, my gosh, she has her own and thriving dental practice. Well, I love stories like this. And also like this one, joining us on the phone right now is Nila to tell us her case. Hi, Nila.
Hi.
Ano pong naging problema nyo?
Actually, late na yung aming yung extension for my husband to get a job. But Allison was able to help us. It-extend niya yung extension namin kasi yung work ng husband ko, kailangan madami pa siyang requirements. And then, hopefully, he was able to get an H-1 visa and me an H-4 visa.
Okay. It seems like it's an employment case. But meron bang ganon? Does that happen, Allison, na extend or there's no more extension for a visa?
Well, absolutely. There are certain time periods. For example, an H-1B visa has a maximum of 6 years.
Okay.
In their particular case, it was not so much problematic, but it was a long process that we had to go through. And thankfully, we were successful in being able to obtain the H-1 visa, like you mentioned, H-4 for the family, and then thereafter also move forward with changing employers on the H visa, so having to deal with that, and then moving forward on an employment-based green card as well.
Okay, so now they both have green cards.
Yes, as well as their daughter.
Congratulations. So what was life, Mila, what was life like before and now after with your green cards?
Actually, with our green card, I was able to get a better job. And then my daughter as well. And, financially, we can move on. And that's the thing with it. I can go back to the Philippines back and forth because I worked with Philippine Airlines before. And that's the happiest thing that Allison did to us.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for sharing your story with us. And thank you, Allison, and thank you, Richard, for helping Mila and the others who joined us on the phone today. What would be your advice to viewers out there who are watching it? These stories just give them hope.
And it should. And actually, that's what makes our job so pleasurable, because when there's a happy ending, there are really happy endings. And we love seeing how people are able to move forward with their lives. But what people, I think, need to keep in mind when they are choosing a lawyer is go and it really is about the connection that you have with them. You need to be comfortable talking with your lawyer. You need to have respect for your lawyer, and that goes with understanding that they will know your case, will personally handle your case. Not, like many law firms, they have a lot of associates, attorneys, paralegals, and they rotate, and oftentimes you don't see the same attorney handling your case. You go through 4 or 5 attorneys or 4 or 5 paralegals, and with us, there's consistency, there's patience, I think, and I think there's a real connection with our clients.
So, is there a list of questions that we need to ask a prospective immigration lawyer who we may choose to handle our case?
Well, I think it's good to know the background of the attorney, how much experience they have, whether they're board certified as an immigration specialist. And I think, going back to this connection part, I think you want your attorney to tell you the truth.
Okay.
You don't want the attorney to tell you what you want to hear and make it sound like everything's going to be easy. You want the truth because you're in a difficult situation and you don't want to put yourself in a worse situation by doing the wrong thing.
So when you consult with your clients, do you tell them the worst case scenario and the best case scenario?
Absolutely. Best case, and obviously what is likely to happen.
Right.
They definitely need to know the worst case scenario.
And that is how they help us get or achieve our American dream. Thank you so much. It's nice partnering with you guys, and I'm hoping for more, longer, continued partnership, of course, with Aquino and Lowe Law Firm. Thank you. More power to you.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us today on the show. I'll see you again tomorrow.